Welcome, yogi friends. This will be a 1 hour level 2 Vinyasa flow class. And I'll give options too for those who are wanting a little bit of a less advanced practice today. And 2 blocks will be helpful if you have them, or 2 thick books. And then a blanket if you like to practice with that. Our theme today will be grounded in the winter solstice, which happened this week. Make your way to your mat, finding a comfortable seat, either sitting tall in Sukhasana, one leg in front of the other, or if lotus or half lotus is in your practice, crossing one or both feet over the opposite hip creases. And as you settle into your seat, let the palms rest on the knees. Shut down the eyes. And with an inhale, lift shoulders up to ears. Exhale, roll them back. And then flip your palms over. For our opening today, we'll find a mudra, a hand position. Bring your thumb and first finger together, making a circle. Let the other 3 fingers open up and down. Continuing to sit tall in Jnana Mudra. As you feel the air begin to move in and out through the nose, you may be feeling this sense of connection as you press thumb to first finger. Thumb representing the element of fire, first finger representing earth. And this mudra is a way to activate inner wisdom, to ignite that inner fire of self-awareness. Keep the breath moving through the nose. And when you're ready, activate Ujjayi Pranayama, yogic victory breath, creating a slight constriction in the back of the throat as you begin to cultivate an audible vibration, an oceanic humming. Beginning to use your Ujjayi already here to heat up from the inside out. On the inhale, belly fills with air. And on the exhale, pull the belly in and up. Take a few rounds of breath this way and use this breath to check in with your mind space and your body space. Winter solstice and the winter season, it's an ideal time to really go inward, locate that deep inner sense of quiet, and really take stock of who and where you are in your life, in your yoga practice. Take another deep round of breath here. I'll leave space to set an intention for your practice if you like. Maybe this idea of self-awareness going inward, or any other intention related to yoga or not. When you have that intention, bring both hands to the belly and take the deepest inhale of your day, belly rising into the hands. And on the exhale, pushing the air up and out. And then release the palms back to the knees. And gently open the eyes as we prepare to connect breath and movement. Inhale, arms reach up and overhead, palms touch. Exhale, arms lower. Inhale, lift the arms, long spine. Exhale, lower, pull the belly in. Once more, inhale to rise, lift the gaze up. Exhale to lower and make your way into tabletop. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. With an inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, Marjarasana. Exhale, pull the belly in and up, Vitalasana. Move through a few cow-cats this way, making a vinyasa, linking breath and movement. striving to keep everything from shoulders and hips down, stationary, and undulating through the spine and neck. Take one more full round with your breath. And we'll meet back in neutral tabletop. Pull the navel up, knit the lower ribs around the torso. And take an inhale, press the floor away, fingers spread wide. Exhale, tuck the toes, up and back. Our first downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. On an inhale, come up on the toes. Exhale, lower heels to the right, plant the feet. Inhale, lift up through center. Exhale, heels to the left. Inhale through center. And exhale, downward facing dog. Imagine someone pressing their palms on your hands, drawing the weight out of the wrists as you press through the center of the palm and all the knuckles. And let the head and neck relax. Draw the belly up and sink the hips and heels back. Moving on the breath from here, inhale, roll forward to plank, Phalakasana. Exhale, up and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Exhale, up and back. This time, inhale, roll forward to plank and hold here. Always the option to lower the knees, building strength either way. Back of the neck is long, breath is deep. Take one more inhale in plank, and keeping the hips level, lower to forearm plank. Starting to build some heat behind the belly. If the buttocks lifted up, lower it down. Fingers spread wide, forearms parallel. Take one more deep inhale here. Exhale, lower to the belly. Untuck the toes for Sphinx pose. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, lengthen the whole spine as you draw the legs together. Nada Virabhadrasana. Lift the kneecaps, feeling the quads ignite. And if you feel open already, option to press up on the palms, but make sure you don't collapse through the lower back. Take one more inhale wherever you're at. And on the exhale, lower and press your way back up to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. A couple deep breaths here. And you're welcome, even in a level 2 class, to find down dog or any other resting shape at any point in our practice. Really use your breath and your mind qualities to guide whether you need to heat things up, add intensity, or cool them down. On your next inhale, gaze between the thumbs. Exhale, tiptoe toward the top of the mat. Engage your bandhas, lift the hips, and meet in a forward fold. Big toes together, heels slightly out. Uttanasana. Clasp the opposite elbows and begin to sway gently left and right. Let the back of the neck hang heavy and draw the weight toward the toes as you grow light through the hips. The next time you sway through center, take one more inhale. Exhale, release the arms, bend the knees and spread the toes wide. On an inhale, roll up, head and arms hang heavy as you press through the feet. We'll meet at the top of the mat in Tadasana, mountain pose. Reach the fingers toward the floor. Press through all four corners of both feet. And then find that full body engagement. Engage the kneecaps, feeling quads ignite. Draw the belly in and up. And tuck the tailbone underneath, finding your longest spine. We'll move on to warm up the whole body with classical Surya Namaskar, sun salutes. With an inhale, palms to heart center. Exhale, roll the shoulders back. Inhale, reach arms straight forward and up. Exhale, fold forward. Right foot back. Inhale, lower right knee. Exhale, plant the hands for downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Lift the belly. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Toes are tucked, elbows back. Inhale, sliding forward. Hands hover, toes are tucked. Exhale, press up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left foot steps forward. Inhale, lower right knee. Exhale, forward fold at the top of the mat. Inhale, arms forward and up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, fold. Left foot back. Inhale, lower left knee. Exhale, up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward, Phalakasana. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin. Draw the elbows back. Inhale, sliding forward for Cobra. Hover the hands. Exhale, press up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right foot steps forward. Inhale, lower left knee. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, reach forward and up. Engage the belly. Exhale, palms to heart center. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, fold. Right foot back. Inhale. Exhale back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale forward. Phalakasana. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale forward for Cobra. Bhujangasana. Exhale, up and back. Downward facing dog. Left foot forward. Inhale. Exhale to fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, stand all the way up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale to rise. Exhale to fold. Left foot back. Inhale. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale forward, Phalakasana. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, up and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right foot forward, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, fold. Right foot back. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward. Phalakasana. Exhale, lower. Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale, forward. Bhujangasana. Exhale, up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left foot forward. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, heart center. Last side. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, fold. Left foot back. Inhale. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, forward, Phalakasana. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, up and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right foot forward. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, heart center and release. Come back to Tadasana, engaging the full muscular body as you smooth out the breath. Shut down the eyes and take 3 deep rounds of breath here, coming back to intention. Maybe noticing new qualities of heat, strength, and openness. Preparing to add on. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep the fingers down and up, Utkatasana chair. Exhale, stand up, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step back to plank and move through a flow, lowering through Chaturanga or to the belly. Inhale for Cobra or Up Dog if you're ready. Exhale, press through plank to Downward Facing Dog. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose for Warrior One. Root to rise. Inhale. Exhale, cartwheel the hands, step back to plank and flow. Lots of integrity, breath with movement. Meeting back in Downward Facing Dog. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose for Warrior One. Inhale to rise, reach the arms high. Exhale, cartwheel the hands, step back to plank and flow. We'll meet back in down dog on your breath. And we'll hold here in down dog for about 5 full breaths. Always the option to hold in tabletop or child's pose instead. If you're in down dog, pull the belly in, knit the lower ribs in, and press the hips back as you feel the heels sink toward the mat. Run the tongue over the teeth, relaxing the jaw, the mouth. And on your next inhale, gaze between the thumbs. At the bottom of the exhale, step or jump to the top of the mat. forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale for chair, sit back on the heels. Exhale, stand up and release the arms. Inhale for chair, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step or jump back to plank and flow. Making sure not to hold the breath. Meeting back up in Adho Mukha Svanasana. Long spine. Finding that balance here of sthira and sukha, effort and ease. With an inhale, right leg up and back, holding here, three-legged dog. Option to hover that left hand, maybe reaching left arm back. Challenging balance, keep kicking that right heel high. Take one more inhale. Exhale, plant the left hand and step through for warrior one. Inhale to rise. Exhale, settling in this time. Virabhadrasana 1. Bring that right hip back, left hip forward, squaring off the hips. And then really press through the outer edge of that back foot. Maybe palms come together as gaze turns up. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, palms behind the back. Interlace the fingers and pull the hands down the buttocks. Take an inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, fold forward for humble warrior. Slide the chest inside the right thigh and let the head and neck release as you keep reaching hands and heart forward. Maybe shut down the eyes here. Explore this shape, inner sense of quiet, humility. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, pivot the right toes to the long edge of the mat for wide-legged forward fold. Use the hand clasp overhead to draw the weight toward the toes, and then relax the head and neck. Keep drawing the weight forward, feeling heels grow light. Maybe gaze comes all the way up between the inner thighs. Prasarita Paratonasana C. Take one more inhale here. With control, release the hands to the mat. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, bend the left knee, pop up on the right toes for Skandasana. Bring palms to heart center, thumbs to heart. And always the option to keep the hands planted here for some more support. You can stay right here using left elbow to open that left leg out, or to move toward the bind. Inhale, left arm forward, right arm up. Exhale, wrap the arms behind, catching clothing or interlocking the first two fingers. And then roll that right shoulder back as you shift the gaze high. Breathing deeply through the side bodies. If you found that arm bind, inhale, right arm up, left arm forward. Exhale, walk towards your right foot and step back to plank. Move through your flow on your breath or find rest. We'll meet back in down dog when you're ready. Back of the neck relaxed.
Arms and legs active and strong. Inhale, left leg up and back. Holding here, three-legged dog. Option to hover right hand, reaching the right arm back. Ekapada Raja Kapotasana. Take one more inhale wherever you're at. Exhale, plant the right hand, step through for warrior one. Inhale to rise, press through the feet. Exhale, square the hips. Sink the hips down as you draw the belly in and up. If tops of shoulders lifted up to ears, relax them down. Soften your drishti, your gaze. Maybe palms come together, gaze comes up. Virabhadrasana 1. Take one more deep inhale here. Exhale, release the arms. Clasp the hands behind the back the opposite way if it feels a little funny. And then take an inhale, draw the fists down, lift the chest up. Exhale, push the heart forward for humble warrior. Slide that torso any amount inside the left leg, hugging left knee to shoulder. And then let the back of the neck release as you draw the arms up and overhead. Once more, maybe shutting down the eyes, exploring this shape that way. Take one more inhale. And on the exhale, pivot toward the long edge of the mat. Once more for wide-legged forward fold. Keep pulling arms up and overhead. We'll find some dynamic movement this time. Take an inhale, half lift, pull the belly in. Exhale, right shoulder toward the mat, look up to the left. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, left shoulder lowers. Inhale, half lift. And with control, fold, release the arms. If you have tripod headstand in your practice, option to go there here. And if you're working toward Shalabhashirshasana, bring the crown of the head to the mat, the very top of the head. Plant the hands right under the elbows, finding your yoga push-up arms, chaturanga elbows. Keep drawing elbows together as you grow light in the heels, maybe lifting legs up and finding your balance. If you're in headstand, engaging the legs, engaging the belly and back. Make sure those elbows don't splay out. Press the soles of the feet toward the ceiling and breathe. If you found headstand with control, spreading legs wide, lowering back to the mat. And on an inhale, we'll all find a half lift. Exhale, bend the right knee, pop up on the left heel for Skandasana, second side. Bring the palms to heart center. Option to bring the palms back to the mat for stability. Sinking into that right hip as you lift the chest up. And if you found that arm bind on the first side, inhale, right arm forward, left arm up. Exhale, sweep the hands behind the back, clasp the fingers, and then pull the left shoulder down and back as you shift the gaze high. Making sure to breathe even as you compress the belly. And keep the left toes flat, keeping that knee healthy. If you found the arm bind, inhale, left arm up, right arm forward. Exhale, pivot to the front of the mat and step back to plank, finding your flow, linking the whole breath through your movement. Kneading back in down dog. When you're ready, Adho Mukha Svanasana. From down dog, inhale, gaze between the thumbs. Exhale, step or jump to the top of the mat and forward fold. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale for chair, Utkatasana. Exhale, stand up and release the arms. Inhale, arms sweep out and up, palms touch. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands and step or jump to plank, moving through your flow. Kneading back in down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. From down dog, inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, bend the knee, stack the hips, scorpion dog. Gaze under the left armpit, draw that right shoulder down. And if wild thing is in your practice, option to lift the right hand, rotate to the right, and then plant both feet as you reach the right arm back. And on an inhale, come back to three-legged dog, right leg back. Exhale, knee to nose for warrior two. Rotate the back foot out, and with an inhale, rise. Exhale, bend the front knee, gaze toward the right middle finger. Virabhadrasana 2. Breathing deeply here. Keep pulling the belly in as you tuck the tailbone underneath you. Strong on the outside, soft on the inside. With an inhale, flip the front palm. Keep the bottom half of the body the same. Exhale, reverse the warrior. Right arm overhead. And then rather than finding a back bend here, finding a side bend. If the bind is in your practice, reach that left arm behind, walking fingers toward the inner right thigh. A couple of deep Ujjayi breaths here. On your next inhale, come back to warrior two. Exhale, straighten the front leg for triangle. Shift the hips to the left, reach the right arm forward, and then bend to the right. Reach that left arm high, stacking shoulders. And always the option to use a block here underneath that right hand, or hand can come anywhere along the leg. For added side oblique engagement, option to reach the left arm over the ear, right arm to the right, building strength and heat. And with your next inhale, come back up. Exhale, warrior two, cartwheel the hands and step back to plank. Inhale forward and exhale to lower, moving through your flow, taking the whole breath to move between shapes. Meeting back in downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. With an inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, bend the knees, stack the hips, scorpion dog. Draw that left shoulder down as you gaze under the right armpit. And if you have wild thing in your practice, option to lift the left hand, rotate the chest up, planting both feet as you reach the left arm back. On an inhale, come back to three-legged dog. Kick that left foot high. Exhale, look forward, step forward for warrior two. Rotate the back foot and inhale to rise. Exhale, bend the left knee, tuck the tailbone, gaze to the left. Settling in here in warrior two. Relaxing tops of shoulders away from ears. And keep drawing the belly in as you lengthen the spine. On your next inhale, flip the front palm. Exhale, reverse the warrior, Urdhva Virabhadrasana. Drawing a long line of energy from left fingers to left hip. And then wrapping that right arm behind the back for the half bind, if that's in your practice. Keep that bend in the front knee. On an inhale, come back up to warrior two. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Shift the hips back to the right. Reach the left arm forward for Trikonasana, triangle. Stacking shoulders, becoming as two-dimensional as you can, imagining a wall behind your back. Option to reach right arm over the ear, left arm out to the left, like you're holding a big beach ball. And on your next inhale, stand all the way up. Exhale, warrior two. Cartwheel the hands and step back to plank. Move through your flow. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. From down dog, take a deep inhale. On the exhale, step or jump the feet outside the hands for Malasana, Yogi's Squat. You're welcome to try that jump a couple of times if you're newer to the jump. Inhaling up to the toes, exhaling to hop. And then bring the hands to heart center. Thumbs to heart to thumbs. Use the elbows to draw the hips open and back. And shut down the eyes, finding a few rounds of breath here, tuning back into that intention, finding that space of inner quiet. You're welcome to stay right here in Malasana. If crow pose, Bakasana is in your practice, plant the hands, lift the hips high, and then bring feet behind the hands so you bend the elbows, chaturanga arms, drawing knees to armpit creases, and then lifting the feet as you draw big toes together. If you find flight, pull the chest and gaze forward, balancing on the backs of the arms. Keep the breath moving here. We're jumping back to a flow, so make your way there from crow or stepping back from Malasana when you're ready. And then move through a flow on your breath. We'll meet back in downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. From down dog, deep inhale, press the floor away. Exhale, walk the hands back to the feet for a forward fold. Heel toe your feet hips distance apart. And then slide your right hand under the front of your right foot, toes to wrists. Left hand under the front of your left foot. And take an inhale, press toes to wrists, lift the chest. Exhale, fold, letting elbows splay out. You can bend the knees as much as you need here if hamstrings are feeling tight. Let the back of the neck hang heavy. With each inhale, feeling the belly fill with air. And on the exhale, pulling the belly up and under the lower ribs, drawing weight more to the toes as you shift your gaze up between the legs. Hasta Padasana, hand to foot pose. With an inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Slide the hands out. We're making our way towards standing for a standing balance. Option to explore coming to standing with the toe bind. Catch the right big toe with the first two fingers. Begin to root firmly through the left foot as you bend the left knee. Left hand to hip. And then stand all the way up on that left leg. Otherwise, come to standing and then drawing the right knee, catching your big toe. When you find stability, extend that right leg forward as you draw the right shoulder back. And with an inhale, lift the left arm high. Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. Upward facing hand to big toe pose. It's okay if you wobble here. Coming back in if you fall out. Take one more inhale here. On the exhale, open right leg to the right, left arm to the left as you shift the gaze toward the left big thumb. Keep drawing that left hip in and up. Lots of strength here. Gaze is soft and steady. And on an inhale, come back through center. Let go of the toe, holding your leg high, reach the arms high. One more inhale here. And exhale to lower. Shake out the legs, let that go. Lowering that out with a half sun salute. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale to fold. And once more, heel toe your feet hips distance apart. We'll find the second side for our standing balance. If you'd like to move from the fold to standing, catch the left big toe with the first two fingers. Begin to press firmly through the right foot, bringing hand to hip. And with an inhale, press through your right foot as you stand tall. And otherwise, once you're standing, catch that left big toe with your first two fingers. And then extend the leg forward as you draw left shoulder back. Inhale, right arm sweeps high. Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. Drishti is soft here, breath is smooth. Really press through the big toe of your right foot for balance. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, open left leg to the left, right arm to the right, as you shift your gaze to the right. Draw that right hip in, standing tall. Draw the belly in and up. And with an inhale, come back to center. Let go of the toe and reach both arms high. Take one more inhale here. And exhale to release. Good effort, shaking that out. We'll come back to Tadasana at the back of the mat. Inhale, arms sweep out and up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, bear crawl the hands forward, back to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. A couple deep breaths here. See if you can tune into that sense of relaxation and rest in down dog. Now that we've really warmed up the body. warmed up the energetic body. We're making our way to a seat from here. So to explore jump through practice today, find your blocks and bring them to the outer edges of the tops of your mat, still in your down dog shape. And if you have a jump through practice without the blocks, you're welcome to do that as well. I'll leave space here to try this a few times. So we'll really engage our bandhas in order to find flight. Deep energy locks behind the navel and the perineum. To explore this jump through, take an inhale, come up on the toes, press the hands to the blocks. And on the exhale, pull knees to chest, engage your bandhas, and shoot your legs forward. Try this a couple more times. If this is your first time exploring the jump through, you can also land on your feet halfway through. Inhaling up on the toes, exhaling knees to chest, planting the feet, and then sliding legs through. Try that one or two more times as you like. Eventually, coming all the way to a seat on the mat. When you find your seat, option to slide a blanket if you have one under the sits bones, helping to tilt the pelvis forward. And otherwise, you can use the hands to pull the flesh out from underneath you. And then take an inhale, lift the shoulders up. Exhale, roll them back. Inhale, reach both arms high. Exhale, push the heart forward, pull the belly in and up, and fold, Paschimottanasana. Finding a clasp on legs or feet. Take an inhale, lengthen the spine, lift the chest. Exhale to fold. Lick the lips, soften the face, the jaw. Shut down the eyes. Take a few deep breaths here. Paschima means west in Sanskrit. This pose is intense west-facing pose. In yoga, our back body is the west, and our front body is the east. We'll prepare to rise with control. Reach the arms forward, and on an inhale, sit all the way up, active belly. Exhale, release. Slide that blanket out from underneath you if you have it. We'll find a counter pose, Purvottanasana. Keep the legs long, pointing the toes this time. Hands behind the hips, fingers pointed toward your body. And then draw the shoulder blades down and back as you press the floor away. On your next inhale, lift the hips, draw the soles of the feet toward the mat, drawing shoulder blades together. Intense east-facing pose, Purvottanasana. Keep lifting the sternum, imagining someone pulling a string, lifting your sternum to the ceiling. Take one more deep inhale, and then tuck the chin, lower all the way to the mat. Come back to sit tall. We're making our way toward the back body. We'll do so with some core engagement. Keep the legs as they are, active, toes pointed. Inhale, reach both arms forward. Exhale, tuck the chin. Begin to lower, slow and steady to build strength. It's okay if the feet pop up. Eventually, beginning to feel hips, lower back, middle, and upper back. Make contact with the mat. And then letting the whole body release and relax here. From the back, bend the knees, plant the feet hip distance apart. Walk the heels a little closer to the glutes.
Arms alongside the body, palms down. Maybe your fingertips just brush the back of your heels. Keeping knees over ankles, take an inhale to lift the hips for bridge pose. Tuck the shoulders underneath you as you lift the hips high, and then interlace the hands if that works for your body, pulling fists to heels. Really press through the inner arches of the feet so the knees don't splay out. Setu Bandhasana. Let the chest lift to the chin as the chin and face stay relaxed here. With an inhale, option to explore lifting right leg high, pressing sole of the foot up. And exhale to lower. Inhale, lift the left leg high. Exhale to lower. Take one more inhale, lift the hips high. And then tuck the chin, unclasp the hands, slowly lower down to the back. Let the knees rest gently against one another. And bring one hand to heart, one hand to belly. We'll take 3 rounds of lion's breath. Inhaling through the nose. And on the exhale, stick out the tongue, loudly expelling all the air. Preparing to inhale. Twice more on your breath. With your next inhale, draw the knees into the chest. Let the shoulders and head relax as you take any intuitive movements, rocking and rolling along the back and hips. It's a good time to add an extra beat or two to your inhales and exhales, lengthening that inner metronome, your inner pulse of your breath. Starting to use your Ujjayi pranayama to cool down the body, to soften the mind as we make our way toward rest. The next time the knees come through center, take an inhale, lift forehead to knees, knees to forehead, Apanasana, wind releasing pose. Tuck the chin, pull the belly in, draw the shoulders down. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, lower to the back and lift the soles of the feet high for Ananda Balasana, happy baby. Catching outside the feet and either finding stillness or rocking left and right, extending one leg and then the other. We're making our way toward our final rest in Shavasana, so exploring this shape for several more breaths, or finding any other asanas or movements that are calling to you. Continue to lengthen and deepen your breath, and let that intention come back, settling right around heart center, Anahata Chakra. In the next 3 or 4 rounds of breath, begin to make your way to your final resting shape today. Finding any props or clothing you'd like. If the lower back is feeling sore or fatigued, you can roll a thick blanket or sweater under the knees. Or maybe bring a blanket on top of the hips, giving a little extra grounding, support. Eventually extending both legs long, letting the feet splay out as they do. Extend the arms alongside the body, palms up. Take a moment to tuck the shoulder blades a little further underneath you, relaxing through the shoulders and back. And then tuck the chin enough that the back of the neck grows long. Reach each foot a little further away from the torso.
When you find your longest spine, release and relax. Shut down the eyes, letting the eyes soften into the sockets. Then at the bottom of your next exhale, let your Ujjayi breath go. Turn the work of moving the breath back over to heart and lungs as you feel the belly relax, hips relax, pelvic floor relaxes. Releasing any micro holds in the perineum, in the abdomen, in the backs of the shoulders. Turn the work of supporting your weight back to the ground beneath you. Feeling that dual sensation of rootedness, groundedness, and levity on the inside. Begin to disconnect from focus on postures and breath control. Nowhere else to be, no one else to be, but exactly where and who you are right here. Begin to disconnect from physical sensations in the space around you. And take a quick scan of the mind space to notice any last chitta vritti, mind thoughts coming up. Gently set those aside, simply being here in this present moment, allowing the effects of your practice to integrate mind, body, and energetic body. Lastly, tuning out my cues, my voice, as you come to rest easy in Shavasana, corpse pose.
Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Punaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvina Vadhitamastoma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Use your next inhale to reconnect to the body through the breath. Once more, feeling the belly rise and fall. Beginning to wiggle fingers and toes, gently rocking the neck back and forth. When you're ready for movement, reach the arms up and overhead and find a full body stretch. Taking stock of any new sensations, effects of your practice. Remember, you can bring those with you when you leave your mats. That asana, physical yoga postures, are just practice and preparation for how we spend the rest of our time, the rest of our days. In your own time, drawing the knees and find the fetal shape on the right side body. Allowing a few deep breaths here in this shape of introspection, new perspective, inner quiet. No rush or urgency. When you're ready to bring head back above heart, gently press your way up to the seat, and we'll meet sitting tall in Sukhasana or Padmasana, lotus. And as you find your seat, bring thumbs and first fingers together, palms to knees, palms up, Jnana Mudra. Thank you for joining in this solstice practice. The light within me honors and respects the light within you. Thank you. Mil gracias. Thank you so much for supporting donation-based yoga. And you're welcome to join, whether you can donate or not. If you'd like to make a donation in any amount, you can donate through PayPal and Venmo to Freelancer PhD. And either way, so glad to practice with you. Have a lovely day.